Hi, I'm Kurt Smith, and welcome to App Talks, a series of conversations with Salesforce customers on how using business apps from the App Exchange can help you manage all aspects of your business. Today I'm here with Ruchika Chopra from Nimble Storage to talk about how Nimble Storage is using the SteelBrick CPQ system. Welcome to App Talks, Ruchika.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about Nimble and your role there.
Nimble Storage is a technology leader in flash storage solutions. We shipped our first product in 2010, and we've seen unprecedented growth in the last 5 years. I manage the product operations team at Nimble, which includes all of NPI, the CPQ tool, and pricing operations. When we were founded in 2008, the goal was to be truly disruptive. And we have been successful in disrupting the enterprise storage market, given all the challenges that are facing our legacy incumbent vendors like EMC and NetApp today. With respect to the culture, Nimble is a great place to be. We're consistently in the top places to work in the Bay Area. The interaction between people is great. We've gone from fewer than 250 employees in the last 3 years and have crossed the 1,000 employee milestone this year. And we have a strict no jerks hiring policy. And despite the rapid growth and the pace at Nimble, we're always having fun. So we have all the common perks like Friday wine hangouts and Tuesday lunches. But we also have a blast in unique ways. Like for our team in operations, the Nerf guns come out at 4 in the evening and everyone starts shooting at each other, which makes it both exciting and intimidating for me at the same time.
So going a little further with that, how did you find Salesforce? When did Nimble start using Salesforce?
So Nimble deployed Salesforce in 2010, and that was prior to me joining Nimble. I think the vision and the strategy then was to have sales support on one unified portal, and Salesforce, being the market leader, was an easy choice for us. And there was a lot of executive sponsorship as well, because our leaders came from companies that had deployed Salesforce in the past with a lot of success, and they were happy with the partnership. And also we were a startup, so we were looking to deploy and install and customize a solution fairly quickly to suit our business model and our selling process without the need for expensive implementation resources and IT engagements. And even till today, even till very recently, actually, the Salesforce platform at Nimble was being managed by the business owners.
And so you arrived at Nimble. What was the sales organization like? What systems did you use to track and to forecast and to quote?
So I joined Nimble in 2013. We had roughly around 50 sales teams at that time. And we were on Salesforce CRM platform. And we did have an ERP system, but the quotes were being generated using Excel spreadsheets.
So I imagine that was a bit of a challenge as far as sales management, predictability, forecast, all those sorts of things, right?
Oh, we had a lot of, we had some issues with that because our quotes were being created using Excel spreadsheets, and multiple versions of those Excel spreadsheets existed, and standardizing everyone on the latest one was rather difficult. We didn't have any reporting or metrics on quoting. The reps had to sync all that data from the Excel spreadsheets into Salesforce, which was a lot of work for them. And we had limited visibility into pipeline information. And lastly, transitioning those quotes into orders, it required a complex set of steps. So we had to, the order admins had to key in all that data into the ERP system, which dramatically increased the chances of errors. And the reps had to keep their eyes on the CRM tool, on Excel spreadsheets, on the ERP system. So we knew that we were not going to scale with Excel spreadsheets.
So at that point, you realized we need to find a better way of doing this. So you start looking around for a CPQ system, right? How did you find SteelBrick?
We knew we wanted, an affordable coding tool that was seamless with Salesforce CRM, and we wanted to streamline our coding process and provide accurate data reporting. So we did look at 3 vendors in the CPQ space, and we met with each one of them. We reviewed the functionality. We did demos. We looked. We met with their team. We spoke to customers. We looked at some of the reviews online as well. So we did our due diligence, and we did end up finding the perfect tool with SteelBrick. And the reasons for that really were the fact that it was 100% native to Salesforce. The time to implement, it was very quick compared to the other vendors out there. The simplicity behind the tool, it coincides with the value system at Nimble. We are a technology company. We are innovating constantly, but the goal is really to keep things simple for the customer. And SteelBrick CPQ does exactly that. They have a great technology platform. The quote-to-cash process is complicated. It brings with itself a fair amount of complexity, but SteelBrick is trying to simplify that with the automation and the tools and the products and the features that they're building. And lastly, the partnership, it was synergistic and it was mutually beneficial because at that time, both Nimble as well as SteelBrick, we were hungry and young and looking to grow and disrupt our respective market spaces.
So what are some of the initial high-level results you saw once you started using the SteelBrick CPQ system?
Frankly, our sales teams, we definitely became a lot more nimble with this partnership with Salesforce and SteelBrick. And we could easily see the products and the packages that our reps are offering our customers and which solutions are the most successful. We had insight into discounting behavior and visibility into margin information that helped the sales teams drive better decisions. We went live with channel coding recently, so that increased the stickiness with channel by enabling them to quote and price and sell Nimble products. And also just an overall increase in sales productivity, and with the reps now taking less than 5 minutes to build, configure, and price quotes, there were huge gains right there. And the best thing about all of this is, despite the complexity that comes out of a growing business and especially a place that's growing as rapidly and fast as Nimble Storage, we've still managed to retain a lot of the simplicity and ease of use in our quote-to-cash process.
So let's go a little bit deeper. Tell me a little bit more of the transformation that the entire sales team went through once they had this incredibly powerful tool that had forecasting, visibility, management, your discounting process, and then also I think really interesting is your channel that your partners are now using the tool as well.
To begin with, just scale, right? We've gone from supporting 50 sales teams to over 170 on the same platform. We've enabled channel partners across the world to start building and creating quotes and be engaged in our coding process. We've got almost 100% accuracy in our product configurations using the advanced product configurator that SteelBrick has. And when we launched SteelBrick, we had a product portfolio of 20 product configurations. Today we are at 600 and growing. We had one price list in 2013. Today we support multi-region price lists with multiple currencies to support our global business. And then within Salesforce, we get a 360-degree view of the customer. So there's full visibility of our install base that helps the reps do upsells, cross-sells, on-time support renewals. And the benefits are not just for the sales organization. We can see the benefits across the entire company. We have visibility to products that are being quoted, not just for this quarter, but also for subsequent quarters. That helps us with our supply chain demand forecasting. Our NPI process, we have a very aggressive product roadmap. And with SteelBrick CPQ, we are managing to support a release to market timeline of 4 to 6 weeks, which is incredible for any NPI process.
That is really amazing. I wanted to ask you a little bit, so you've seen this incredible growth. How does that, like, you must be getting a lot more quotes every quarter with the simplicity of both the channel and your internal teams being able to quote and get them out in 5 minutes or less. That's amazing.
Definitely. So, I mean, I think there are two parts to that. One is, of course, to support the growing business. We've got, our numbers and revenue increasing every single quarter over quarter and every single year. So our reps are closing more deals and they are creating a lot of quotes. And now we've got our channel in the mix as well. So we are seeing a steady increase in our volume of quotes between, I would say, 6 to 10% every single quarter.
That's amazing. And how has this impacted your customers?
As far as Nimble Storage is concerned, we are in a very competitive and complex industry, but the goal has always been for us to keep it simple, to reduce the complexity. Our products help reduce IT complexity. And so SteelBrick CPQ has really helped us retain that goal of simplicity in our quote-to-cash process and help us be recognized as the easiest company to do business with. Like our quotes are 3 to 5 lines, which is unheard of in the storage industry. It's been a key point of differentiation for us. We've had other competitors with 50 to 100 lines on their quotes. Our reps, they generate quotes in less than 5 minutes, and 99% of our quotes get approved in less than a day. So some incredible wins there. And it's amazing to me because we're in the storage space. We've got sales teams that have been selling storage for many years. They've worked at our competitors. They've worked at other companies. And it's fascinating when every time I hear how simple and intuitive and easy to use the quoting process is at Nimble.
That must make their job a lot easier, being sales, and obviously impacts your relationship with your customers. So one of the things we like to do at App Talks is just do some peer-to-peer knowledge sharing. And so if I met you and I said, hey, Ruchika, I'm thinking about going some other process, maybe CPQ, because we use Excel and sticky notes and other things right now. What advice would you get me? How would I get started?
I think my advice would definitely be, don't attempt to boil the ocean all at once. Make progress with bite-sized chunks and plan the implementation in phases with milestones accordingly. Because even at Nimble, I think what helped us was we initially deployed SteelBrick just for the sales teams in 2013, and it really helped us build a solid foundation, helped us optimize a lot of the processes, work with our sales teams, get feedback, make improvements. And then earlier this year, we went live with the channel. So just doing it in phases and with appropriate milestones, it just helps you with the entire implementation.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for being here today, Ruchika. I really enjoyed speaking with you. And thank you for joining us, and I look forward to seeing you on our next App Talks.